Hey everyone, and welcome to my channel. This is Tarot by Melissa, and today's reading is going to be looking into your next new job. So this reading will be great for any of you guys that are just interested to understand or learn more about any new job opportunities that you may be potentially sliding into coming up into the near future. So we'll try to get some description of what the job is and all the details that you may be curious to know. Getting into our disclaimers, first and foremost, keep in mind this is a general reading, so some messages may apply quite specifically to you and your situation. Others of the messages might not. So if it doesn't feel like it fits your situation, simply just release it and let it go. Please do not allow it to get you upset, because remember, again, these are general, it's not personal. If you guys did want to book a personal reading, all the details on how you could book one with me will be linked in the description box down below. Personal readings will always give you a little bit more specific and accurate read on your own personal situation. So always keep that in mind as an option. All right, guys, so let's go ahead and get into our pile selection. So we're going to be doing 3 different piles today. Starting off with pile 1, we have the Crone. For pile 2, we have the Thread. And for pile 3, we have the Judge. So I want you guys to take a deep breath. Think about your next new job. Go ahead and select the card or the pile that you feel the most intuitively connected to. And once you've made your choice, you can scroll down to the description box to locate the timestamp that will take you to your selected reading. See you there. Hey, pile 1, if you guys chose the Crone archetype, this will be your reading. So we're going to be looking into your next potential new job opportunity. So we've got the archetype of the Crone to start, and then we have progressions coming up from the Starcodes Astro Oracle. If you guys are ever curious, all the decks that I use are just written down in the description box below. I know sometimes you guys ask me. They're always there for you. All right, so your next new job, pile 1. With the Crone coming up here, this is actually giving me very spiritual, almost like very psychic energy. Some of you guys could be doing work within like the psychic realm, tarot, astrology, spirituality, anything within that vicinity could be what you all are doing next. The Crone, though, it also is talking about, someone who has lived through a lot, somebody who is incredibly wise through the experiences that they have been through, over time. So I feel like for pile 1, if you guys are not really drawn to like spiritual, the spiritual industry, we'll say, if that's not really your path, then I do feel that whatever you guys are moving into next, it's something that you already have a wealth of experience in. It's something that you already have you've been through a lot to get to this place. You've worked really hard. You're kind of like the wise person going into this new role. This card is also sort of like a solitary energy too. So we're going to get more info to see what else may pertain to your situation, but you guys may actually be doing work that's more solitary versus working with other people. I'm also feeling that this is not a job that is surface level, right? Because the Crone energy is all about seeing beyond, right? Seeing beneath the surface level of what is and digging deeper, which makes a lot of sense with kind of that spiritual sort of occult type of work, like I was kind of picking up on at the beginning. But again, if it's not that, then I want you guys to just kind of think about like this job is going to be something where you're digging deep into the root causes of things, gathering all the facts and the data. It's definitely not going to be something that's just like, surface level and easy, With progressions coming up here, this is telling me that this next job is just a part of your journey, right? You guys are changing, you're evolving. Something about your spiritual gifts or the gifts that you're bringing into this new role are changing, evolving, and progressing. And there could be kind of like a fated or a destined element to this new job. Like maybe some of you guys, for some of you, this could be like a job that you've always wanted to have for a long time, or a job that's like really meant to be for you, a career path that's really meant for you, that's destined for you. You may feel that resonance with this. I'm also feeling too that you guys may just like have like a very, not a very specific end goal, but you just may have a goal. Like this next job that you guys are moving into, it's moving you closer to where you ultimately want to be. So let's continue. I feel like I've been rambling for a long time. So tell us more for pile 1. What is pile 1's next new job? We're going in with the Archetype Oracle deck next. Ooh. Okay, both of these flipped over. Yeah, we have to take them. Oh my gosh, you guys, so many spiritual messages coming up here for you. We have the priest and we have the exorcist. So the priest facilitates spiritual commitments, serves as a channel of spiritual energy. Freeing yourself and others of destructive impulses, right? This is all about digging deeper, like I was saying with the crone, digging deeper, looking into the root cause for whatever the problem is that's being brought to you. It definitely feels for this group, many of you guys are doing something that involves spirituality in whatever way that resonates for you. We have the Messiah here at the bottom too. More spiritual energy, serving humanity with humility. So this role that you're moving into is about being of service to others in some capacity through your spiritual work. You guys could actually be really deepening your psychic gifts during this time as well. I'm hearing channeling, like you could be developing in a way where, I don't know why, but I feel like for some of you guys, if you're someone who uses like tarot or other sort of like divination tools, part of this might actually be about you learning to strengthen your psychic abilities and channel without tools. Just learning to lean into your gifts, your natural gifts, and strengthen those. Which makes sense with progressions coming up here, because this is all about you shifting, evolving, changing with regard to this. So let's see, what else? Tell us more about pile 1's next new job, please. We have adjacent possibilities coming up. That's interesting. One more. Pile 1's next new job. We have appreciation. I do kind of feel that this group, with the Garden and the Gate coming up here at the bottom of the deck, I kind of feel like you guys are kind of in this space right now of really being locked into a comfort zone, because this card is all about sort of like being in this very secure space, having a lot of comforts that you need in your career. Maybe you're comfortable where you're at with your career. Maybe you guys are comfortable with like a certain day-to-day, a certain methodology that you do. Financially, you guys could be feeling like really secure. But there's more, right? There's this energy of there being more to explore, that maybe being stuck behind this gate, even though you're very comfortable, it may not necessarily be stretching you and progressing you to remain in this comfort zone, right? I see this next new job, I'm almost feeling like it's a side job for some of you guys, like a side hustle. I don't know why I feel it with the adjacent possibilities. And if that's not the case, what I'm feeling with this adjacent possibilities is like you're sort of moving into something that maybe you weren't really expecting, or you're doing something that's a little bit different. Almost, I don't want to say it's like a detour, but it kind of is. This next new job is kind of like a detour. It's sort of like a path or a method away from the traditional path that you thought you were going to be taking, right? Because if we take a look at this card, there's like this really simple path forward, which is like right here, which I think most people are going to be drawn to that door because it's like, oh, this seems like the right one. It's straight and narrow, right? But this next new job, it's something different. It's something a little outside the box. It's something that's like not quite there yet, but it's like a door that you guys need or really want to go through. It's something that's really important for your development, whether it's spiritually or something else. For most of you guys, for pile 1, though, this feels very spiritual. We have the energy of appreciation as well, which it's kind of similar to this garden in the gate energy in a sense, where we've got, you know, this comfort zone of being in this garden. And what I'm kind of feeling, though, with this appreciation card and the garden and the gate being here, I think that you guys are really hoping and wanting for something bigger than where you're at right now in your career. And I feel this card being the undertone of like starting to really survey your options and really starting to understand, like, I need to expand, coming into this awareness of needing to expand your job, your career. I do think that right now, the reason that this is showing up as an adjacent possibility is because I feel like this next new path for you, this next job, it's about sort of stepping your toe into the water in a sense. Like you're taking some sort of route that's sort of like on the way-ish to get you to where you ultimately want to go without having to fully leave the comfort of where you're at right now. Okay. So when I look at this appreciation card, what I find interesting about this is that there's actually a lot of dead. To me, these look like dead plants and flowers and shrubbery around her, but she's over here really kind of focusing on the flower that's still blooming, that's still beautiful, showing gratitude and appreciation for it, right? So I think that this might be an energy of you guys knowing and understanding that maybe where you're at currently isn't quite what you want to be. Maybe it's not quite at the end goal yet, but you're grateful to be here. You're grateful for the opportunity because you know there's something about it that you need in order to progress forward toward where you ultimately want to go. I hope that makes sense. All right. So show us more, please, from the tarot. I want to know more about this next new job for pile 1. This is the Treasure Trove Tarot. This is a career and finances tarot deck, if you guys are curious. Tell us more about pile 1's next new job, please. Yeah, see, we have the Devil coming up here. There's still this energy of being kind of stuck somewhere that you might not want to be. We have oh my gosh, that's crazy. Yeah, you guys, there's definitely this energy of still feeling a little bit bound to something, right? Like that something or somewhere that you don't necessarily want to be, or something that just maybe isn't in alignment with your values and your principles and where you want to see yourself going for your career and your purpose. Okay. The Devil is sort of like giving me this energy of giving the devil their due, sticking with the devil you know versus the devil you don't know. So part of it is this energy of keeping yourself in this comfort zone out of maybe a little bit of fear with the 8 of Swords of expansion. But I also think part of this is this energy of having to kind of salvage or stick to what you know for a little bit longer because there's something else that you're supposed to be learning. 8 of Swords is mental restrictions, right? I kind of feel like during this time, you guys will be learning where some of these mental restrictions are coming from. Because with the Exorcist card, this is about, again, getting to the root, freeing yourself and others of destructive impulses. That kind of fits with both of these cards, you know, because both of these similarly but differently keep you stuck in unhealthy situations. Now, for some of you guys, I actually feel like this is referring to you being of service to others, helping other people to free themselves from like mental restrictions or toxic situations that don't serve them. So this could actually be part of the work that you're stepping into, is helping other people to free themselves of these energies. But for a lot of you guys too, I still feel there's some element of you being a little stuck in something that you're working on getting out of, that you're making progress to get out of. But like this next new thing for you is going to help kind of get you a little bit out of it, right? But not fully is what I feel. Some of you guys, I don't know why, but I feel this could be like a financial sort of, I'm getting financial with the little coin here with the Crone and the credit card. This could be something that you're helping others with too. Let's see. Next new job for pile 1. What else should pile 1 know about their next new job? Divine drunkenness, surrender to your spiritual reverie. This is spiritual. I read this as you guys really diving into your spiritual practice. Because I really, for some reason, just feel like for this pile, some of you guys are doing some sort of spiritual work, but you're doing something else that's maybe like your full-time thing. And I feel like you're going to start to really immerse yourself in your spiritual work coming up here with this next new phase or new job that's coming in for you. New opportunity anyway. We have, you've won the lottery. Make room for wonderment. This makes a lot of sense with the gratitude card because something about this situation is like a blessing in disguise, right? It doesn't feel all rainbows and sunshine here, you guys. There's definitely still obstacles that I'm seeing. But this is all about appreciation. It's about stepping into that abundance mindset, a growth mindset, and learning to kind of let go of the things that are blocking your blessings so that you can make the space to really welcome things in that you want. For some of you guys, this could be like an opportunity that feels really creative. Wonderment, it's giving like something really creative, something really exciting, something that might really actually feed your inner child in a way. Something that allows you to dream and explore and create is what's coming through for you. You guys also have you hold the key to an awakened life, set yourself free. And you've got a key right here, which is kind of giving you guys the same message. And what's so funny is this too. She's got the key around her neck here. So it's like, if you guys are feeling stuck, the message here is like, you can expand. Like you have the key to expand and move forward based off of where you know, what your goals are for your career. Even in this card here, you can see she's kind of laying down in this tunnel feeling really stuck, but there's this beautiful bright light right ahead of her. She just needs to walk away. You know what I mean? So a lot of the feelings of stagnation are, I feel like they're sort of, you're kind of putting them on yourselves, you know? So let's see. We're going to go in with this little Kipper deck because I've been really enjoying using this. I saw Crystal Tide Tarot using it on her channel and kind of inspired me to bring it back out again. So we're going to go ahead and see what else you guys need to know. And then we have one more deck after this. Tell us a little bit more about Pile 1's next new job, please. We have concern. We have coffin. Expectation. See, we also have unexpected income coming in at the bottom of the deck. So something about this is bringing you in a little bit of income, but it may not be income that is like consistent. It's unexpected. It just comes in when it comes in. But when it comes in, it's welcome. You know, it's something that's helping you out. But that's kind of why I'm getting side hustle vibes from this reading, you guys, with the adjacent possibility. What I feel here is a lot of waiting energy. I see with the concern, we still have a lot of fear to look outside and see the light, right? We still have a lot of fear and a need to work on freeing yourselves from this mental blockage that you're in right now. And expectation is talking about waiting, right? It's kind of similar to this energy. It's similar to the energy of the Eight of Swords. We have a lot of energy of waiting for something instead of kind of taking matters into your own hands and creating what it is that you want. There's a lot of potential here for you guys to create and really immerse yourselves into this spiritual energy that's coming up here. I feel so strongly a lot of you guys are spiritual. This is like the coffin is similar to me to the progressions energy. It's about change. It's about death and rebirth. It's about saying goodbye to the old things that no longer serve us, that keep us feeling stuck, and allowing that transition to happen so that you can welcome in something new, right? There's also, I don't know, this feels like church energy to me. It's also giving spiritual. Some of you guys could be doing something within this type of field too, maybe. All right, so let's just close it out with a few more cards for pile 1. Tell us a little bit more. We'll see if any timelines come up for you guys or just any other guidance or advice about your next new job. So next new job for pile 1, tell us a little bit more, please. Next new job for pile 1, what do they need to know, please? We have abundance. You see, I feel it's there for you. You guys have this unexpected income energy. You've got the lottery energy. You have a lot of really good energy to work with here. Even the garden in the gate is just about walking outside of your comfort zone, you know, because that abundance is out there for you. Tell us more for pile 1's next new job. We have reconsider. That makes sense. This energy of concern also makes me feel like that, right? It's sort of like kind of mulling things over, working out the worries and the fears in your mind and becoming more clear. I feel like with this reconsider card, it's reminding me of the Ace of Swords. I feel like coming up here, as you guys move into these adjacent possibilities and start to explore, I feel like you're going to come into an aha moment, a moment of like, oh, like a light bulb that's bringing you some clarity here. One more for pile 1. We have be assertive. See? And then we have a year from now at the bottom of the deck. So as the energy stands right now, this feels like you guys are kind of in these beginning stages of starting to really put yourself out there and explore. This really feels for you guys, pile 1, I have to be honest, it doesn't feel like someone's just coming in and offering you a new job, right? This actually feels like something that you guys have to create for yourselves if it's something that you want. There's a key here again. There's this energy of keys, right? Maybe it's not a key. Maybe it's a mask, but I felt like it was a key when I first looked at it. The point being is that you guys hold the key to unlocking the door that you wish to unlock for yourself, right? And I think that what's coming up for you is a period of exploration, which is helping you to solidify the long-term goals and create long-term goals step by step. A year from now, it seems like this is when things are going to start to really be picking up for you if you choose this path. So pile 1, this is a beautiful reading. I know I went really long, but if you're still here, thank you. Please comment below. Let me know how you guys feel like this resonates with your career goals and what you guys have planned. If you're not already, please do subscribe to my channel and hit that bell so you'll be updated when I post the next video, and I look forward to seeing you then. Bye. Hey pile 2, if you guys picked out the thread archetype, this is going to be a reading all about your next new job. So let's see what's up for you. So we start with the thread archetype, and then, oh goodness, and then from the Starcodes Astro Oracle, we have the Leo card. Beautiful energy to start us off. So already I'm feeling that this next new role that you guys are stepping into, this next new job that you guys are stepping into is going to be something that you feel a high level of excitement and passion about, especially with Leo's energy being here. The thread also is a really interesting archetype because this sort of talks about the why, like something that really resonates with you, something that really pulls you in, right? That you kind of get this intuitive hit, or you feel this passion, this ignition in a sense, like you're ignited inside about something. And this thread is tugging at you and you follow it, right? It's sort of like whatever's coming up for you. It's something that you guys are going to feel really, I think, excited about, really passionate about, something that feels like it really resonates with your deeper purpose and your why behind your goal, your career goals and the things you like to do. Leo's energy coming up here is cool too, because to me, this really echoes that message of passion and excitement, creativity. This could be a creative role for a lot of you. This could also be a role that you guys will find yourselves being in leadership or stepping into the spotlight in some way. You know, Leo is definitely not afraid of the spotlight. It says shine right here on the card. You guys might end up really motivating and inspiring others through really being the face of whatever it is that you're doing. So let's just continue. Let's see what else we can get for pile 2. So what else does pile 2 need to know about their next new job? We have Vampire coming up. Okay, let's get another one. We have the Prince. We also have the Liberator's energy here at the bottom, which is about freeing yourself from something, releasing negative patterns. See, with this Vampire energy coming up here in your reading, this is really interesting because I feel like for my pile 2 group, there's something about your career that's been very draining for you. The Vampire energy is about sort of like something is draining our life force, as the card says. Something is depleting you. This is also an energy of codependency coming up here. So I feel like you guys have maybe been dealing with just maybe a toxic work environment, or you have a lot of people around you that are pulling at you all the time, which kind of makes sense with the thread, right? Like people pulling on us energetically, energy cords rather, excuse me. And actually, I do feel, if you're not currently experiencing this, I actually kind of feel like this could potentially be a thing in your next new job, where you have to be very cautious about the boundaries that you set, because with Leo's energy being here, you all are in the spotlight here. You also have the number 5. So 5s talk about changes and challenges that come up for us, and it can be a tougher energy sometimes to move through change for a lot of people. So being in the spotlight and being the face and having a lot of people pulling at your energy might be a challenge for you guys, because it's not something that you've done in the past. Maybe it's not something that you're completely used to. But we have the energy of the Prince being here as well. Romantic charm and potential for power. See, you guys are doing something that I think is going to be communicative. There's something, I just keep getting like spotlight energy from that. Like you're noticed, you're recognized, you're seen. You guys could be like an influencer or doing something on social media. There's also an element with the Prince of relationship building too, right? Because you've got the romance there, using charm, and the potential for power. So like knowing how to say the right thing to get where you need to be is going to be important with this next new job. Let's see what else we get for pile 2. So tell us more about pile 2's next new job, please. We have caring connections coming up. Interesting that that's coming up right next to the Vampire. Let's see, let's get another one, please. We have woman holding a coin. Balance. You see, balance and boundaries are going to be really, really important for you guys in this role. You're going to have to really learn how to check in with yourself in this job and make sure that you've got a good balance of output versus input. Making sure that you have a good balance of action versus leaning back and taking a break, or creation, right? I do feel like this next job is going to be something that is bringing in some good money for you. I do see financial stability here. I do see resources and abundance here. This is kind of like the Queen of Pentacles. It's a hard-working energy of having worked really hard for the abundance that you have. I see with the caring connections here, there's an element of relationship building within this next new job, but you guys will have to be discerning with people, because being next to the Vampire, I do think that there are going to be certain people that you have to interface with that you will need to set boundaries, because they will deplete. They will take from you because of the fact that you have such a light about you. And look, as I'm shuffling the deck, the Queen of Pentacles is popping out. This is really interesting. So let's see. Tell us more about pile 2's next new job. Tell us more about pile 2's next new job, please. We have the Fool. Beautiful. Beautiful energy. And we have the 10 of Cups. Devil energy here at the bottom, though. So again, just be mindful of the boundaries. So it feels like you guys are taking a risk here with the Fool, that you're stepping into something new and different. But this really kind of aligns with this energy of the thread, right? Because this next new job for you guys is going to be all about going after something you love, something that you're genuinely really excited about. The Fool is a risk taker. The Fool takes a leap of faith. The Fool is an amateur. Like, it's a territory that they've not explored before, but they're just so excited about the opportunity because it's something that feels so aligned to who they really are. And that's what I feel with this thread and Leo's energy being here for you, group 2. This new role is something that just feels so aligned because it allows you to be your authentic self, right? You guys also have the 10 of Cups. So for some of you guys, I actually feel like this could be like a family event, a family effort, right? Maybe some of you guys are involved in a family business, like this card says. When I see the 10 of Cups in career, sometimes this can also just indicate a very warm, kind of family-esque work environment. I know that a lot of people feel like that's a red flag. Sometimes it is, as we can see here with the vampire, right? You do have to make sure you have good boundaries and people understand like when work is work and when personal is personal and all that kind of stuff. But I do feel like this position that you're moving into is allowing you to really support your home life here. It talks about like domestic security also. There could be something about working from home with this position too, with the 10 of Cups, because I'm seeing the house here. Maybe something that's allowing you a little bit better balance to balance out your family responsibilities with the work that you're doing. Let's see. Pile 2. Please tell us more about their next new job. What else do they need to know? We have Be the Bridge. Expand your consciousness to behold both worlds. Okay, let's grab one more. You hold the key to an awakened life. Set yourself free. We have the quest. Plunge boldly into life, which this really is giving me like a combination of the Fool and the Leo energy. Look at this beautiful orange, warm color. Like you guys are really jumping into something that you are so passionate about, something that you're so excited about. I feel like this is going to be bringing you guys so much joy because it's allowing you to just be yourself and be authentic. This card is about like letting go of the things that no longer serve you. It's kind of interesting it's coming up here with the Devil card at the bottom of the deck. I feel like maybe a lot of you guys are coming into this position, taking a leap of faith, maybe potentially after having left a toxic workplace, or maybe it wasn't like an obviously toxic workplace, but maybe it's just a workplace that doesn't align with your values, or it keeps you kind of stuck or chained to a way of being that doesn't resonate with you. And actually, I could kind of see with the Bridge card being here that maybe you guys are kind of moving into sort of an in-between phase here where there's still some loose ends that are tied up with this old energy as you're moving into this new thread of your career, this new opportunity that's coming through for you. So let's go into... because it's saying like behold both worlds. So there's definitely something here about kind of being in two places at once or being in the in-between phase. This could also just be talking about like the work-life balance aspect of this role too, right? Where you're having some time. You could be going into a position where like sometimes you work from home, sometimes you go into an office, or you know, there's this balance of like work with family. There's a lot of this energy of being in between two different things, and that balance is going to be so important. All right, tell us more about this next new job for pile 2, please. Next new job for pile 2, please. Ooh, we have the gift coming up here. Tell us more. Distant horizons. We have a false person. with community here at the bottom of the deck, which definitely gives that 10 of Cups kind of family energy. Listen, guys, I do think there is something about this position that you're being guided to be discerning about, because you've got the Vampire here next to the Caring Connections. We've got a False Person here. We have the Devil card here. Okay, so I don't want to fear monger to anyone, but I do think that you're being guided to be really cautious and don't be overly trusting or overly giving as you move into this new opportunity. I think there's a lot of really positive energy here for you, but there's somebody in your space with regard to the situation that may not be as authentic as you are being. You know what I mean? And with you being in this full energy, you just want to ensure that you're not being taken advantage of, because the Fool is going to be really excited. They're not going to read the fine print, okay? And with it being next to the distant horizons here, this card really talks about like our hopes, our dreams, and our long-term sort of future energy, right? And so I feel like there is a lot of that tied up into this next new job, because it's something you guys feel truly passionate about. And it's something that I think is helping you with your long-term happiness with the 10 of Cups. But it can also be an energy of being too dreamy about something, right? And not being grounded enough. So that's why I just caution you with this False Person coming up. Just make sure that someone's not coming in trying to sell you a dream. Read all the fine print, okay? We also have the Gift here. So this is about receiving. Let's see. I'm going to read it from the book. It means gifts, aid, help, support, resources, rescue, and joy. It's usually exactly what you need, and it has the ability to soften the blow of nearby challenging cards. This can also have to do with the timing of Christmas or Yule, which is kind of interesting, or the next holiday. So that could be a timing message for some of you guys. But this is also talking about support and proposals coming in from others, like a new job offer, for instance, promotion or helpfulness. A gesture of reconciliation. So kind of fits into what we're talking about here. It feels like somebody may be coming in, or there's some new sort of opportunity with this job coming in for you that's going to feel really aligned with what you want to do. There's just this energy of, I don't think it's going to be quite as bad because you have a lot of positive cards around it, but I just feel like there's something about the False Person card that's just like a slight red flag here. It just might be that something doesn't look the way that it's being presented, you know? So let's just close it out with a couple of these cards for pile 2. Tell us just a little bit more about this new job for them, please. We have big happy changes. See, this is definitely something that's going to bring in a lot of happiness for you with that 10 of Cups. We have opportunity, which makes a lot of sense with that gift that's coming in. We also have success coming through with yes at the bottom of the deck. So it definitely seems like it's going to be something. But look, you guys, this is crazy. I cannot make this up. I just parted the deck. Where did it go? I parted it like this, and I saw get more information here. And then I also see the next few months. So the next few months could be significant to this opportunity. But there's definitely like a message embedded within this that even though this is something really great that's bringing you a lot of prosperity, abundance, happiness. As I flip these over, it literally says abundance and helpful people, which is so funny. And I feel like you're having that here too with the community card. But there's just something you need to make sure you're researching before you jump in, okay? So pile 2, we're going to go ahead and close out your message here, but please comment below. Let me know what's going on with your career and what you guys feel resonated about this reading with your goals. If you're not already, please do subscribe to my channel. Hit the notification bell so you'll be updated when I post the next video, and I look forward to seeing you there. Bye. Hey, pile 3, if you guys chose this Judge archetype, this will be your reading. So we're looking to see what your next new job might look like. So we've got the Judge energy coming up here. And then we have this energy of opposition coming up from the astrology deck. So with the Judge energy coming up, the first thing that just really obviously comes to mind for me is that for some of you guys, this could actually be a role within like the legal field of some way, of some capacity. So a literal judge, a lawyer, law enforcement, something having to do with maybe like mediation, decision quality, looking over facts, doing a lot of research, human resources, things of that nature come up to mind. Could be a lot of different things. We're going to get more info here in a minute. But I do see that this role is requiring you to sort of be the voice of reason, the voice of discernment, the logical one. Because whatever you guys are doing, it's like you're going to be in an environment where there's a lot of maybe like opposing sides, opposing beliefs, maybe a little bit of conflict or confrontation being presented to you. And I feel like you guys are going to have to be the Zen one, the person that's able to be impartial, the person that's able to be neutral, to be able to make the best decisions for the situation at hand. So let's continue on. I feel for some of you guys, this could even be a role where you have some sort of like physical element to it also. We'll see though. Tell us a little bit more about pile 3's next new job, please. We have the Virgin. Tell us more. We have the Mother. We also have servant energy here. So there's something about being of service to others within this role. Definitely an energy of taking care of others too, with the Mother card coming up here. With the Virgin, I'm getting that you guys could be newer to this type of position, perhaps. Doesn't necessarily have to be, because we have more experience energy here with the Mother too. Some of you guys could be working with children also, with whatever this role is, or children could be involved in some way, social work, maybe things like that. This card is telling me that there's going to have to be some sort of a distance, I think an emotional distance here, because I'm drawn to the shadow attribute of fear of intimate union, but I feel like it's for a good reason. I feel like whatever you all are doing, especially if you are working with children, I feel like there still has to be some level of impartiality and not getting too emotionally connected or too emotionally attached. This also says maintaining symbolic purity of heart and spirit. So there's an energy of keeping things pure. Or having I'm almost like getting like preserving the image of something too. Maintaining symbolic purity, right? Symbolic. So there's something about the image of what you're doing, or maybe the organization you're working at, where you have to really keep a very squeaky clean image here. We have the Mother, nurturance, patience. This talks about unconditional love, joy in giving birth to life. So for some of you guys, literally children could be involved in this, or women who are mothers. But this talks about taking care of things, right? It talks about taking care of things, nurturing. For some of you, a few of you that are watching this, you could actually be going into a situation where you are a mother. Like maybe some of you guys have just recently given birth and are getting ready to go back to work, because I see that I see that with that opposition here, where there's kind of like this struggle between doing the work, but then also balancing being a mother, right? So tell us a little bit more, please, about pile 3's next new job. Ooh, we have walking away. Okay. We have the heart chakra. Legal energy coming up here again with contracts. Definitely kind of a theme for you guys. Something's, if it's not legal, it's definitely, there's something about this next new job that there's a level of seriousness to it. There's a level of responsibility and commitment and accountability that you will have, which I guess kind of makes sense with most jobs, right? But for you guys in particular, it seems more important, right? It seems more serious. I feel like with this unknown energy here, I'm sorry, not unknown energy, with the walking away energy, this is about letting go and moving on. So you guys are coming into this role after moving on from something. And I feel like with it being right next to this Virgin card, again, it does feel for some of you all like this is a new uncharted territory for you, right? Because this card talks about walking away from the unfamiliar, that something that you're done with. Like you've closed out a cycle, you've closed out a chapter in your career, and now you're coming into this new situation totally fresh. And it's unknown. But with the fourth chakra being here with the heart, I feel like you guys are actually moving into something like whatever you're doing is something you really love doing. It's something that activates your heart space, which I think might be it's just an interesting balance here, right? Because there's this level of seriousness and impartiality that I'm getting from this job, but then there's also this element of really loving something about it a lot. So let's see for pile 3. Tell us a little bit more about their next new job, please. Do you guys see this? The Justice card showing itself? The legal energy just keeps showing. Comment below if you guys are in the legal field. I want to know. All right, tell us a little bit more about pile 3's next new job, please. Ooh, we have the Lovers. You guys could be in a partnership here. Okay, we have a few that are flying out of the deck with the Hierophant at the bottom, which is kind of interesting. So you guys have the Knight of Pentacles. You guys have the, hold on. You guys had way more of these fly out than the other piles, but we're going to take them. So we have the Knight, the Lovers, the King of Pentacles, the Knight of Pentacles, and the Four of Swords coming up here. It's interesting with this Four of Swords with the opposition because it's like, I do feel like there's something about this job that does cause conflict sometimes, right? Because this is about taking a time out. Literally, the person is wanting to set their computer on fire here and hit it with a sledgehammer. So I do think that this is not going to be always like the most zen, peaceful thing for you. But again, with the Lovers card, it's something you really love doing. You guys could be going into some sort of a partnership energy here. And this can also just talk about beneficial partnerships in general in the workplace. So relationships are going to be really important to this role. Working toward a common goal is important, and decision-making with the Lovers, which makes sense with the Judge. There's a lot of that energy kind of woven in here. With the King of Pentacles and the Knight of Pentacles, there's definitely an energy of hard work, slow, steady, practical work, and progress being made within this role. Money, I think, is going to be really stable in this position for this group with the Knight and the King of Pentacles, especially with the King of Pentacles here. And a lot of you with the King of Pentacles could be moving into a leadership position or owning your own business here, or going into partnership with somebody who owns this entity that you're stepping into. The Hierophant is interesting because this talks about like being an advisor too. Consulting, teaching, mentoring, being like a subject matter expert and authority figure on something. So I think you guys are going to be providing a lot of guidance and knowledge to people within this role. So let's see. What else does pile 3 need to know about their next new job, please? We have Make the Grade with Flying Colors. Remember, you signed up for this. And we have the reward, celebrate your magnificence. So when I see this, I kind of feel like going back to the opposition with the Four of Swords, there's something about this new job that will be difficult for you guys, right? It's not going to be all rainbows, hearts, and flowers all the time. And so you're going to be challenged to remember your why. Remember why you signed up for this. And there is this energy of hard work and dedication to perform well. And I see you guys being rewarded for it. I see you being celebrated. I see you being in the spotlight and being shouted out for your hard work. And maybe that's part of this job. Maybe for a lot of you guys, this could be almost like a promotion, right? Where this is your reward for a job well done. After you've finished something here, you're being rewarded with this. All right, let's see. Tell us a little bit more, please, about pile three's next new job. Ooh, we have poverty coming up. There's something with children with this group. There's something with children in this group with this job. We have the privileged lady coming up here. And the courtship card with change. So there's definitely something it's like a car here. Like you guys are traveling or going somewhere different for this job. I definitely feel that you guys are working with a lot of different types of people here, right? Because we've got the privileged lady, the poverty. You guys could be working with the public, like public service. There's a lot of people. It's interesting the courtship is showing up here with the lovers. There's something I think about like a business partnership, or even some of you guys could be going into work with like a romantic partner. But there's definitely something about relationship building that's going to be really important here, and courting others in a sense, like building relationships to drive business or to drive results. I continue to feel like you guys will be financially very supported in this role. I feel like you're making good money in this role, especially through dedication and hard work. I do see this position providing you with a nice lifestyle. I keep feeling for this group, there's something about working with children that are in need, or people who are in need, that you're helping with this poverty card coming up here. Social work, working with the public, something like that. Taking in those who might be underprivileged and supporting them. All right, so we're going to close this out, pile three, with just a few more little cards. So let's see. Tell us a little bit more, please, about what pile three should know about their next new job. We have if you believe. So there's something about mindset here that's important to this role, or even getting to this place. We have in the near future. So it's coming up soon, probably in the next 3 to 6 months for this group. We have the situation will improve. Yeah, there's a lot of this conflict energy that's sort of tied into this. So if you guys are kind of currently working really hard and trying to get a promotion, or like you're trying to get into this place where you can step into this role, the situation is going to get better. I definitely feel that there's frustration around this, kind of woven into like a lot of the positive energy that you feel toward the position and the love you have for it. Things are going to be getting better. And I do see this coming through very soon for you in the near future, but you're being guided to really make sure that you continue with a growth mindset, a positive mindset, continue to believe in yourself and push forward, because I see it coming through for you. So pile 3, I do think we're going to end the message here, but please comment below. Let me know, what do you think this job is? What do you guys have planned? Let me know how it resonates. If you're not already, please do subscribe to the channel, hit the notification bell so you'll be updated when I post the next reading, and I'll see you there. Bye.